I'm Joel Edgerton. I play Dr. Harry Harris, who is brought in to participate in the rescue of the boys as a rescue diver, and unbeknownst to him, is also asked to bring his medical expertise to become part of the really specific mechanics of the rescue.
Okay, I'm James, Teeradon Supapunpinyo. I play as a coach who take care of all of the boys when they stuck in the cave, and then when they're stuck in the cave, the coach teaches the boy how to meditate, so they can survive.
I'm Viggo Mortensen, and I play Rick Stanton, one of the two UK divers, the two guys, John Valenthin and Rick Stanton. My character, they came, they were called to come in the early stages to try to rescue, and then brought in their most trusted colleagues, one being Dr. Harris and Jason Mallinson and some of the others, to figure out how to, if there was any way to get to these kids, to find them first of all, whether they're alive or not. They expected them to be dead. And then after that, if they could find them, how could they get them out?
4 years ago, I remember the news in like every channel in Thailand, they keep repeating the news, like keep updating like what's happened, and then how it's going, like okay, SEAL can go to like the chamber 1, 2, 3, and then but still can't find the boy. After like 6 days ago, after 6 days that from the first day that they stuck in the cave, I think they're not gonna survive at that time. It's quite hard to survive without like food and water for like 6 days and even like 10 days. And how? But after that, like when the news they told that the driver found all of them and they all survived, I was like, oh my God. We have a hope that they survive. The first is they survive, but the second is how they're gonna get up. Yeah, and I keep watching the news every day, and then I think like at that time, like all Thai people, when we see each other, we're gonna have a conversation about this situation. Every time.
I, in the past, had done like 2 scuba dives in my life on the holidays. And there I was being asked to sort of go and get my PADI license and start the process of being really incredibly well looked after by this team of stunt divers and ex-Navy divers and salvage operation divers and some of the real cave rescue divers. Which meant that this idea of basic scuba diving was then fast-tracked to zero visibility, diving through like really kind of tight pinch points and obstacle courses underwater in these incredibly elaborate, true to life with currents, and then extra equipment, and then add to that, diving with a human being so that we could, simulate the execution of the rescue. And then add to that, sometimes, because it's a movie, strapping certain camera equipment to yourself. Incredible honor as an actor to take on a new skill and to be invited to be embraced by professionals, to even get a glimpse of what they can do. It was challenging, but we were looked after, and I feel like if anything, the whole process has given me an even greater respect for the guys that did this and that do it for real, those men and women out there that do cave rescue diving. It's like massive respect.
Great storyteller. I mean, I already knew that. We all knew that before making this movie. And I knew I had not met him, I knew he had a reputation as being also a nice guy, which is not always the case in our business. Generally, yes, but not always the case. And directing is a high pressure job, especially a big story like this. And you can lose your temper very easily. You can get impatient. You're not getting enough rest. a million questions a day from all kinds of people. He was so calm, and having been an actor, he's a very good actor's director. So he was very good at explaining, adapting to each actor what they needed, whether it was you, me, anybody else. And also the way he spoke with his crew. I mean, there was not a set with all the pressure we had. There was no shouting, there was no complaining. Everybody just got on with it. Part of it was because we had to live up to the example that the real rescuers had set. And you're not going to complain, oh, my coffee's not warm enough or something like that. You know, you're not going to complain about little things like that. And the other was Ron, the example he set about this can-do attitude. I will listen to everybody's opinion. I will make the final decisions, but this is a collaborative exercise. So I loved that. And I liked learning what Joel's talking about, this new skill. You know, I had been certified years ago and just done it once, 25 years ago. So I had to get recertified and also step it up. We had to go into these caves and, visibility problems and transporting real human beings eventually. It just felt like a lot of pressure. So I think, I tend to be focused and detail-oriented as an actor preparing and shooting anyway, because I'm always conscious of the fact that you got one crack at it to tell this story or shoot this scene today. But in this case, it wasn't just, I want to get it right and I don't want to make a fool of myself. I want to contribute to the overall filmmaking effort. I also want to survive, literally. So I'm paying a lot of attention to Rick Stanton and the other, the safety divers, the people, the experts. It's like, how do we put the equipment on, make sure it's working properly before going under? And when you're under there, do exactly what they told you to do. Copy exactly what they're doing. Otherwise, you're not going to get out of there. It was a very it demanded a lot of focus, this job, and I found that not just the physical thing of diving and all that, but the mental kind of energy that you spent just trying to get it right and paying close attention at all times. I'd get back to the hotel, and it was like the first few days of the shoot, I was going swimming in the ocean and stuff, and then, a week in, I was like, okay, I just want something to eat, and I'm gonna go to sleep. I was so tired, just from the effort, but it was satisfying. Each thing, each milestone, each new section of cave that we learned to swim through, each task that we accomplished, there was a real more satisfaction than usual in filmmaking. It was just on another level.